Hey, this is Corey from the Android Central forums, and I have in my hands I have a Samsung Fascinate running Froyo, and it is called EB30 is the build number, and presumably it's one of the final builds of Froyo for the Fascinate before they push it out over the air. It's got everything I would expect to see as far as applications go. It's fast, it's smooth, bug-free. I haven't found any bugs so far. So I'm pretty sure we're very close to getting this pushed out. So what I wanted to do is just go over some of the major features here. If I went through everything, this video would take forever. I've actually had to redo this because the first time I was trying to go through everything and it was way too much. So let's get started. At the top of the screen, the first thing you'll notice is the bar. The notification bar is now a solid black. It was a gray color before. It's an aesthetic change. I think it looks better, so I'm glad they did it. There's two buttons when you swipe down on the notification panel. You'll see there's an option to control mobile data and also auto rotation for the screen. They removed the airplane mode button, which I don't really see myself using auto rotation, so I wish they would have left that there and put auto rotation somewhere else, but that's what they did. If I hold on the power button, hold down on the power button, you get a little pop-up window where you can turn silent mode on, mobile data on or off, airplane mode, and power off. So that's how I will be putting my phone into airplane mode, I guess. There's the Google search widget that you can do. You can type in and search Google from here, or you can press the microphone icon and it'll open up the Google Voice search. A lot of people were wondering if Verizon will give you the option of specifying which app to launch, like when you press the search button. It still launches Bing, so it never provided me an option to change that. So if you look here, if I press it, it opens up Bing search, and if I hold down on it, it actually brings up the Bing voice search. So it's still the same. There wasn't an option to change that. Google Maps and Google Nav were not included, so you have to download those separately. The cool thing though is they did fix if you use Google Nav and you notice the sound volume was really low before, they fixed that. So it's nice and loud now. You can adjust it however you want and you can hear it. So that's very cool. Which it should have been that way in the first place. So, it wasn't, but so here we go. The app drawer, we have the same apps as we did before except for one. We have something called Media Hub, and if you open that up, you can go in there and it's the Samsung Media Hub, and you can download movies, and you can also go to the TV screen and or the TV store, and you can download programs from different channels. So you have CBS and ABC and all sorts of TV shows that you can download. So they threw that in there. It's pretty cool. You got to pay for them, of course, but at least it's there and might be worth trying that out. Google search is in there now. You have, let's see, pretty much the same apps as before when it comes to Car Cradle. And I haven't used it yet, but I hear they fixed some of the problems with the Car Cradle as well. Whenever a carrier throws on some additional applications on top of what the phone manufacturer puts on the phone, we call that bloatware, and there's plenty of it here. We still have Amazon Kindle, we have Bing, we have Blockbuster, we have City ID for identifying the city and state of calls when somebody calls you. It's subscription based, so you pay $3 a month to have that feature. And you can't uninstall these things. So I think that's the most frustrating thing for a lot of people. Daily Briefing, which is a Samsung application that displays news and things like that. Madden NFL, so that is a new game that they put on here, but unfortunately you have to pay for that as well. And if you click on it, you have to download a bunch of files in order to play it. So that is not very cool. There is Mobile IM, there is the portal to your account, there's NFS Shift, you have Skype Mobile, Tetris, all the VCast apps, Verizon Visual Voicemail, and I put on the Quadrant benchmarking app. Let me just say, the phone is super fast. It was super fast before, I thought. It opened up applications quickly. I could swipe left to right through the app drawers and nothing. A lot of people did complain of lag before. I haven't noticed any of that here. All that said, the quadrant measured in at 980, I think it was. It was nothing. When you looked at the little graphs, we were not at the very, very top of that graph. I say, who cares? It's it's some number that doesn't mean anything to me. The only thing that matters to me is my apps open quickly, I can scroll fast. My experience is really good on this phone. So I don't, those numbers, it could say 900, it could say 3000, and it wouldn't mean anything to me. So that's my little spiel about benchmarking scores. That said, there is a new Gtalk application. It's been updated with Froyo. The new Gmail application is in there. Looks really nice. Let's go into settings because there's a lot of new settings in here. So wireless network settings. So you have the 3G mobile hotspot. You have tethering. I think that's been renamed. It's just a renamed version of dial-up networking, which was there before. If we go into settings here, you'll see that sound and display have been split up. So they were combined before, and now there's some new options. So you can vibrate only in silent mode. If you click on the volume button, there's sliders there for incoming volume, media, system volume, and notification volume. So those have all been split up, which is nice. There is even an option when you lock or unlock the screen, it can play a sound. I wouldn't do that, but hey, it's there. Haptic feedback. So before there was one setting when you pushed on a key, it was like it vibrated at a certain intensity that I thought was a little much, so I turned it off. Now you can adjust that intensity to your liking right here. Very nice. Thank you for doing that, Samsung. Display settings. So the main thing in display settings is the ability to choose from different fonts. So we have 3 that are built in. You can get more online. If you select Choco Cookie, which is just bizarre, I don't know why it's called that. That's what it looks like. So kind of a nice touch if you want to sort of customize your phone to your liking. I don't know of any other phone that does that, and this one does, so that's nice. So what else? Display settings. So we have really nothing else that's interesting in there. Then we have location and security. So you can now, if you're an IT person, you want to manage these devices, like remote wipe them or require pins when the user unlocks the screen, or all these security settings are controlled by adding device administrators. So yay for IT guys, boo for us end users that have to deal with all that. Applications, if you go into development, you'll notice that the option to keep the backlight on when you plug it in is gone. I have no idea why they got rid of that, but they did. Manage applications, so there's the ability to see everything that's installed on your SD card, because now we can install apps to our SD card, which is a Froyo feature that we've all been waiting for. There is, if you go into privacy, there is now the option to that says backup my data, so backup current settings and application data, and there's also an automatic restore. So when you reinstall an application, backed up settings and data will be restored as well. So that's kind of nice. SD card and phone storage, that looks the same. USB settings, so we have this media player, mass storage, ask on connection. Before it was before this release, there was a bug where if you plug the phone into a PC, it mounted the CD drive or something. It was just really terrible, and we tried to kind of figure out how to get around that in the forums. And now it brings up, or it's supposed to bring up, this little Android guy that says, you know, do you want to mount it or not? For some reason, it's not doing that right now. And I wish it was, because it looks really cool, but it's not there. Oh, there we go. See that? That is so awesome. So you got this green Android guy. You push the button to connect USB storage, and it mounts your USB card, and you can see it. So pretty cool stuff. I will say that each time I plugged it in, it's taken a while. So maybe that's the one thing I don't like. The keyboard option. So Swipe's been updated to the newest release. I don't use Swipe, so I don't know what that means, what the differences are. We had a DL30 leak in the forums. Got the code from XDA. We wrote a procedure on how to install it. One of the things that we saw in that release is a Samsung keyboard, which has been pulled out of this particular release here. I don't know if it's going to make it into the final release or not. So let's see, voice and input's the same. Accessibility now has this option to use the power to end calls, the power key to end calls. I don't know why they put it in here, but instead of call settings, but that's where it's at. We have the about phone screen, of course, and then we have Froyo, so you can see that right there. Study that. We now have, if we go to status, you can see the battery level percentage remaining. You can see which network you're on. So before you couldn't see if you're on Reve or regular EVDO. So it's, I guess that's nice. What else, guys? We're getting close to the end, I think. I feel like I'm missing some major feature, but I can't think of it right now. All the other apps pretty much look the same. Okay, email. So email is kind of nice. They made some visual improvements to it. I'll just kind of scroll up and down here if I can at this angle. So you can kind of see in the middle there's a date. It's changing dates. So as I scroll up and down, it looks cool. Getting tired. Okay, so you have the blue bar at the top that looks kind of nifty. And let's see, anything else? Just all together, I think it looks better, the email application. Phone contacts, messaging, as far as text messaging and all that stuff, as far as I can tell, looks the same. The browser itself, so a lot of you wanted to look at Flash. It loads pages really quickly. Let's go to AndroidCentral.com. Hopefully we have some Flash on our page. I don't know if we do or not. But so it's bringing it up very quickly. If we don't, which I'm not sure that we do, if we Flash loads, it's fast, it works well, no worries there. Okay, I'm surprised there isn't any actually, but anyway, it works good. The only thing is I personally like Dolphin browser better because I can set the user agent to desktop instead of Android. Because then if I want to go to Engadget or some site that looks at the user agent and displays a mobile view of that site, I can make it not do that through Dolphin. So think about that. So guys, that is about it. I'm sure I missed something, but keep an eye on the forums. We pretty much talk about it all the time, and we are keeping track of all the features and stuff that we find in here. Battery life is better than some of the leaks that I've been using, so that's cool. I don't know if it's any better than the official 2.1 releases, but it does seem better than some of the leaks I've been using. Wish I had more to tell you, but I don't. So thanks. Oh, one last thing. Here we go. Go into the App Store and we do this little pinch. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it at an angle, but if we go into the App Store, now you have this this ability to see all the home screens in a tile, and then you can click on it and it'll bring that particular screen up. So pretty cool. I'll never use it, but some people may like that. So that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy yourself some Froyo when it finally comes out. Talk to you guys later.